Uh, let's start our today's topic, that is about fisheries. In previous lecture, we have discussed about apiculture, lag culture. Today, we will discuss about what is fisheries. Uh, Before start of this lecture, you should have an idea about what is actually fish. Fish is actually the kind of thing that is very valuable for human population, for mankind, and it is economically significant uh, for the economy of a country. Uh, Fish is basically a kind of product that is easily that have very easy assimilation of different types of proteins with the digestibility value of over 90%. Fish is a very important source of different types of vitamins that are soluble in fats. The, the vitamin that is significant, that is very important, is vitamin D3, which is responsible for the calcium and phosphorus metabolism, and it regulates the insulin level by affecting the blood sugar level. Uh, despite all the despite the different types of nutrients, we have different several macro and micronutrients which are present in the flesh of fish, which involve calcium, phosphorus, fluorine, and especially iodine and selenium. Iodine deficiencies may cause enlargement of the thyroid gland, while selenium deficiencies increases the risk of cancer. It's mean we can simply say that fish is kind of food that is very important in terms of different types of vitamins, proteins, and we are utilizing fish for treatment of different types of diseases as well. Fish is actually the rich source of different types of food ingredients. Among them, different types of vital vitamins are present in its flesh. Vitamin D3 is the main ingredient of this fish meat. uh, if we generally discuss what is actually the fish and fish, what is the study of fish? The scientific study of the fish is called ichthyology. This is actually the science that is specifically dedicated with the processes that are involved with different types of fishes. That is called as ichthyology. Fish has a kind of high nutritive and medicinal value. Fish is basically an excellent protein source. Fish proteins contain almost all essential 10 amino acids. Fish is a valuable source of different types of minerals. The culturing and propagation of edible and marketable fish is called as fishery. Fishery is basically a very vast domain, so we can simply say that fisheries, we can also come the process of culturing of fish, or the process why we actually propagate different types of fishes is referred as or simply we can call as pisciculture or fish aquaculture or fish farming, or simply we are actually familiar with the common term, that is fish farming. Fish farming is a process, a kind of scientific process or scientific practice of culturing different types of fishes in water. Water is actually, if we generally discuss why water is significant for fishes, because we all have an idea, because fish is main fish is actually fish is actually spending its whole life in water. Without water, we are unable to culture, we are unable to propagate different types of fishes. So actually water actually accounts for almost 5/7, almost 70% of the earth is accomplished by different types of water. So that can be in form of different types of oceans, seas, estuaries, river, lakes, pond, pools, drains. So water is actually the vital requirement for the culturing, for the survival, for the maintenance of fishes. One of the important use of the water, that is actually the production of uh, fishes, is actually we actually provide fishes water. Most of the nutrients they get dissolved in water, and fishes utilize all those nutrients, and they become enriched with different types of source ingredients. The fisheries, the resource of fisheries of any country can be classified into different types of categories. We will discuss in different slides. And according to the fish aquaculture, we can have different types of culturing techniques. So next we will discuss about what is a nutritive value of fish. Uh, this is actually the kind of value of fish. In a way, it accounts about 1 to 2% of different types of minerals. They are important constituent of the fish meat. Then water accounts almost 53.89%, and protein is almost 20%. Carbohydrates are actually present in very low amount. They are almost less or near about zero. The flesh of fish meat also contain 1 to 8% of fat, and the vital vitamins that are present in the fish is vitamin A, D, E, B, and different types of vitamin B complex. This means we can say fish is highly nutritive meat. When we compare the value of fish with other types of meat like mutton and beef, fish is high source of different types of nutrients and minerals. uh, Next, why we are actually looking for the fish culture, why fish culture is important. Because fish culture is significant or important in a way because it does not spend much of the energy. It is actually a kind of process that is not requiring uh, very uh, you can simply say it is a kind of process that is not looking for a kind of labor activity. It is actually the process we are not we will be able to save energy in a way. It requires less empowerment. Simply we can say man uh, empowerment is actually not required in this process. And the second advantage of the fish culture is it can be effectively converted into food and body mass because it is the source of different types of proteins, fats, and less in carbohydrates. So it is the flesh of meat. The flesh of fish is easily converted into different types of ingredients that are easily digested. Simply, we can say fish. The meat of fish is easily digestible, so we can utilize it very easily. Then, why the fish culture is significant? Because it is prolific breeder. It means it can propagate. It can increase its number in a significantly higher rate as compared to other organisms. If we compare with the cattle farming or other type of farming techniques, the number of fish can be increased in a significant way. That's why we are considering fish culture as a as an advantageous. And the next important advantage of the fish culture is it is actually the type of culturing technique that involves the type of organism that is feeding at low trophic feeder. It is actually the type of organism that actually feed at the base of the different types of trophic levels. So we are not looking for any type of any kind of danger while we culture different types of fish. It is a prolific breeder, and it is basically rich protein source. So we can simply say fish culture is a type of culturing technique that does not require much of energy sources, and it is efficient food source, and it is basically it can be a kind of organism that actually feeds at low trophic levels. So we can have several advantages to culture different types of fish, as when we compare fish culture with other type of culturing techniques like cattle farming, cattle farming, uh, and poultry and different types of techniques. If we generally discuss the fish aquaculture or fish farming, it can be categorized into different types of fisheries. What are actually the types of fisheries? On the basis of management, we can simply say we can have capture fisheries and culture fisheries. Capture fisheries and culture fisheries are the type of fisheries are the kind of actually techniques that are involving different types of methods in which we capture and culture different types of different species of fishes. And if we discuss on the type of fishery on the basis of their habitat, we can have inland fisheries, freshwater fisheries, brackish water fisheries, and brackish water fisheries. These three types of fisheries are actually the type of fisheries. These on the basis of habitat we can have inland fishery. Inland fishery involves two types of fisheries, that is freshwater fisheries and brackish water fisheries. It is actually concerned with the production of fishes in a freshwater that is present in form of different types of rivers, lakes, streams, and reservoirs like dams, canals, and different types of paddy fields as well. We can have a scope of this type of fisheries, a very broad scope of this type of fisheries. And the next type is brackish water fisheries. Brackish water fishery is mostly carried out in different types of oceans. That is actually the kind of saline water, because different types of fishes are actually preferring different types of environments. Some prefer fresh water and some prefer a bit salty water. The next type of the fishery is marine fishery. The process of marine fishery is actually carried out in a way that it involves a type that is coastal fisheries and offshore and deep sea fisheries. The coastal fishery is actually the kind of process that is actually carried out different types of coast. The fishes are actually kept in different types of cages, and then they propagate. They are provided with different types of food supplements, and then they grow, and then they are harvested for economical purposes. So we can have different types of fisheries on the basis of their management, on the basis of their habitat, and we can have on the basis of their habitat we can have inland fisheries. We can have brackish water fisheries. We can have marine water fisheries. Next, what is actually the capture fisheries? Capture fishery is basically the exploitation of aquatic organisms without any kind. Uh, that is actually the process of culturing a technique without stocking of seeds. In this mean we can say that capture fishery is the simple process. In this picture, you can simply see this is the process in which the fishes are actually captured by using different types of nets. So capture fishery is the exploitation of aquatic organism without stocking of seeds, without any kind of seed inoculation. We can simply capture fishes from different types of water reservoirs. And the next is culture fisheries. Culture fisheries is the kind of technique that involves the cultivation of